Okay, here we are for round two, and this is not a particularly great hand. We want to have very few lands, and I don't mind keeping one landers in this deck, but the important thing is that we're missing something like a Ponder or a Preordained to actually dig us to the lands that we do need. So I don't mind risking it a little bit in this deck. You're not going to end up with a lot of lands and a lot of hands, because you do have 19 lands only in the deck. But normally the key to offset that is Probe, Ponder, Preordain. We don't have any of those cards, which is an issue. It's too bad, because like if this was a Ponder, or like if this and this were Ponders or Preordains, this hand would be sweet. I'd slam it. We just need one mountain and we have the full combo. That'd be awesome. As is though, even though we're on the draw, I'm going to have to mulligan this. Don't be afraid too much to mulligan in this deck, because you do have a lot of ways to dig, and if you just get Kiln Fiend and a Temur Battle Rage, that's 90% of the way there to just winning the game randomly. You can, if you have a Kiln Fiend in play, even you can just like randomly hit a Gitaxian Probe and like Gitaxian Probe, draw Temur Battle Rage and win. I've done that a lot, so this deck can really have explosive win out of nowhere type hands, and I've won a lot of matches on four cards in hand, so there's no reason not to mulligan down aggressively and make sure that you have the pieces that you need. So we'll keep this now. Artful Dodge. Not knowing what our opponent's on, I think that we just bottom that. I'd rather dig for something more relevant. Okay, so our opponent is a affinity deck. Probably. It's possible that he's like Kuldotha Jeskai, because they use artifacts to sacrifice as well. We'll just have to see. Oh no, okay, so he's definitely affinity. A Tog is solid affinity. I really like our affinity matchup. I have never had a problem with it. I think we just slam a Kiln Fiend here. He could have Galvanic Blast, but since I have a backup one, I don't mind risking one of them. He has to spend some time doing it. Alright, that's kind of annoying. He's going to get a 4-4 here. Yep, Carapace Forger. I gotta be a little more careful with this one. I'd like to hold Gitaxian Probe for when I actually have Kiln Fiend in play, but I need to make sure that he doesn't just Galvanic Blast it again. Ugh, alright, so he has Galvanic Blast and a Fling. I'm going to Delver of Secrets here. He might use the Galvanic Blast on that, and I can Bolt as a Tog. Make him sacrifice an artifact right now. I don't mind doing that. I don't want him to fling it at me, so I'm gonna choke him off artifacts a little bit here. It's like, it's just a land destruction, but that's probably okay. I have Dispel down for a turn. I don't want him to get too feisty. Springleaf Drum. Tog and Carapace Forger are getting in. So this is going pretty poorly right now. See what happens. If I can get a land, then I can hold up Dispel to save the Kiln Fiend, but we're still in a lot of trouble. We're under so much pressure that I might not be able to do that. Another Delver. Oof, that is about the worst draw. Not a land and not a spell for flipping the Delver. Well, I'm obviously not going to show it. I can play another Delver here, like double block a Tog. Ugh. I could also hold up Dispel for his Fling. See if he goes for it. I could try and Ponder for a land. Might not be the worst idea. I'm probably going to chump block the Carapace Forger at least. Pondering for a land's really risky. I think I'm just going to pass. This is the terrible position for us to be in. He can Galvanic Blast this Delver now, which he may go for. I probably would if I were him. He has Galvanic Blast and Fling. He probably just goes straight for Fling here. I kind of hope he does, because we might be able to get him to use a lot of his board that way. I'm glad he didn't use the Galvanic Blast, though. Okay, so we'll block the Carapace Forger, and hopefully just goes for Fling. It'd be dumb if he does, but it's always a possibility. Yeah, he's too smart. So he's a good player. He knows what he's doing. So if I play Kiln Fiend, he almost certainly Galv Blasts it. That's the problem. Although I guess if he uses Galv Blast on Kiln Fiend, that's probably better for me than him just using it on my face, because otherwise I just die. I have to just not block here and pray. He has enough for a Tog anyways. This is a really, really bad position. I'm not sure how I get out of this. I think that a Tog is just lethal anyways if he goes for it. Because that's 7, 8... Yeah, he can just go for it without even bothering to fling. Wow, he's playing really safe. He knows what he's doing. Alright, this game's over. That was a pretty explosive start. A Tog is one of the worst cards for us to see on his side. Fling I don't mind, because I do have the Dispels for it. Okay. So he's going to have a fair bit of burn. Dispel's really nice. Artful Dodge is okay. But I can probably take out 2 to put in 2 more Dispels. Artful Dodge is definitely the card that I sideboard out the most. It's a card that I really need to look at replacing, figuring out some way to maybe get more Dispels in, maybe put in like a different kind of dodge spell, like Slip Through Space. I'll have to do a little bit of playtesting. We'll mess around with it after this Pauper League. We'll go back to it later and do a revisited episode on it. Okay. I think that this is okay. Our opponent played really smart. It's unfortunate. A lot of affinity players I've found go like really aggressive. It's not the right thing to do against us because we do have the Dispels. We do have ways to kind of mess with him. If they go all in on a fling, you can just totally ruin them. Lightning Bolt's still pretty good. He does make a bunch of 4/4s, but he does still have things like there's the 2-mana 3/3 flyer that he gets if he has Metalcraft. Things like that I can still shoot down. It's fine to try and use it against the Tog sometimes. Force them to overcommit with it. I think that it's okay. It's not amazing, but it's probably better than Artful Dodge or Mizium Skin. I'll just leave it for now. Okay, so game 2, we for sure go first. Ooh, that was a lot of lag. I almost mulliganed automatically, although I will be mulliganing this. This is terrible. What is happening? I'm pretty sure I have mulligan, so I'm kind of worried right now. If I click it again, if it's just going to skip through. Magic Online, when it lags like this, is really sketchy. Oh no. Okay, that was so laggy, I don't know what to do now. I want to keep this. I just hope that it'll actually register that properly. What is happening? Okay, well, I'm not sure why Magic Online is having some problems, but we're going to put this on the bottom. Alright, it seems to have cleared up a bit. I don't know what that lag spike was all about. Let's play our Delver on turn 1. We might be able to actually have an aggro Delver start this time. Yeah, Flare Husk is not a problem. Come on, something good. Ponder. Nice. And let's ponder here so we can make sure that we put something good on top. Alright, we want... It's a bit too much land, but I can always try and shuffle it away later. We'll go Mountain, Swiftwater, Apostle's Blessing. No shuffle. Oh, I did that wrong. I am not thinking. That's okay. We won't flip our Delver for a turn. That was... Obviously, I wanted the Swiftwater Cliffs. I don't know what I was thinking. Just thrown a little bit off here by the lag on Magic Online. I don't normally have this much lag. I don't know what's going on. Used a lot of our time all of a sudden, too. Galv Blast that one. Yep. Okay. We will not reveal that because we know what it is. Swiftwater Cliffs. Said no. Okay. Very laggy tonight. So we're going to ponder here. As soon as Magic Online will let me. Whoa! That is quite the reveal. So it doesn't matter what order we put these in, because I'm certainly shuffling them away. So shuffle. And we get a Preordain. I don't know that we want to use the Preordain right now. Because I do want to protect this Delver if possible. We've got a decent enough chance of flipping Delver anyways. I think we just pass. Alright, I'm trying to figure out why this is so laggy. I'm sorry, guys. Let's just restart again in a second. Okay, so we get a Prophetic Prism from our opponent here. Another Frogmite. Hopefully it doesn't go off too much. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I was just about to say, I hope that he doesn't get a Mirror Enforcer here, because otherwise I'm feeling okay. We really need a Kiln Fiend. Teamer Battle Rage. I'll reveal that one. Okay, so let's Preordain. And hopefully find something good. Alright, Nivix Cyclops is good. Keep that on top. I might have to trade Insectile Aberration for a Frogmite here, honestly. And then just try and get Nivix Cyclops down, and then win afterwards with Probe, Blessing, Cyclops, and Battle Rage. I think that's our best chance, so we're going to leave that back and just try and save some damage. We need 2 turns, at least. Another Prophetic Prism from our opponent. Some awkward draws have kind of made this Affinity match a lot tougher than it normally is. They can have some pretty aggressive draws that are tough to beat, but should be able to win matches like this. Like games like this, where he's a little slower. So do I just trade with Frogmite? That's the question. Take 6, go to 11. I think that's okay. Then I have Nivik Cyclops to back up after that. He only has one card in hand. Oh, Dispel is not what I wanted. I wanted to land so I could Apostle's Blessing and protect it. Uh-oh. What's this? Oh, he's got Pyroblast. Yeah. Well, now we're dead. GG. Can't win from there. I had to go for it, though. I just couldn't wait to try and hope to hit a land. I mean, I guess I could have probed, but Paying the Life would have left me dead on board if he had anything else besides a Pyroblast, so not much I could do there. Just some poor draws. Alright, so hopefully we've got the lag fixed, and we'll be back for round 3. We do definitely want to go first with this deck. Yeah, this is certainly a keeper. We've got some Delvers for some pressure, and we have Preordained to dig for another creature like a Kiln Fiend or a Cyclops, and the Battle Rage and Apostle's Blessing to protect it. Seems pretty...